Hi guys, it's Lisa from Central Rock Gym in Watertown, and today I'm gonna offer you guys a sample of my core class that I usually teach at Central Rock Gym. So since we're all in isolation together, CRG wants to have you guys working out at home, stretching out and feeling good. So all you need is a mat, and if you don't have a block, you can actually use a sneaker or a pillow just to kind of add a prop to it. So let's get started. And if you guys have any injuries or limitations, use your judgment wisely so you don't hurt yourself at home, okay? So let's get started. We're gonna start with a few opening stretches. Let's roll down your spine, relax your forehead towards the floor, breathe into your back body, and then walk on out to a full plank position. And then you're going to spread your fingers, spread the shoulders apart, head is back, cinch your waist, and let's lower into a push-up position. And then as you come on up, turn the toes and knees inward and drip your heels towards the floor, waving your hips gently side to side. And again, we're going to bring your shoulders over your hands, body tall, lower down. And then dripping your hips back towards your heels and breathing. Warming up the body. Let's go again. One last time. Shoulders over hands. Lower down in a nice push-up. Turn the toes and knees in. And relax into the stretch of the back of your legs. You're going to step your right leg forward. If you find that it's too much to get to the floor, you can bring your hand on a block or a roller or whatever you have at home. You're going to bend the back knee, and you should feel a stretch in the front of that left hip, and you're going to pull the back knee up towards the ceiling. You want to load the back foot, pull the back knee up until you feel a nice juicy stretch in the hips. You're working the quad muscle as you stretch. Your breathing is full, and hopefully your body's starting to heat up a little bit. Let's continue. We're gonna do 5 more. Relaxing into the stretch, breathing as you go. 3 to go. And then we're going to switch to the other side. Left leg is forward, and again, you're supposed to feel it in the front of your right hip. Hands support you, load the back foot, bend the back knee, pull the back knee up, and relax your shoulders down. Breathing in and breathing out. So we're opening up those hips so they don't distract your abdominals when we start working them. Okay, bend, and 3. Going for 10. Take your own breaks throughout class. I definitely won't be cueing them. 5 to go. Breathing in and out. 4, feeling strong in that back leg and feeling a nice stretch as you go. 2. And last one. We're going to get into a nice plank position here. And then we're just going to spread your shoulders apart once more. Turn your heels to the left side. Keep your hands planted, arms straight, tap the butt to the floor, and lift up using the muscles underneath your shoulder, your side body, and your side butt. Breathe in. Let's go for another 9. Breathe in and press as you come on up. Press the bottom foot into the mat. Side body works. 5 to go. Hopefully it feels pretty good. 2 more. One last time, and we're gonna switch sides. Turn your heels to your right side, spread your fingertips, arms long, lower the hips, and make sure that it's pain-free in the shoulder. Lower and lift. 3. Again, tired and you feel the joint starting to complain, please lower down and take a break. 5 to go. And 4. Last 3. 2 more. And 1. Drop onto all fours. Hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. And we're just gonna arch the lower back and lift the chest up. And then you're gonna spread the shoulders apart, lift the middle rib cage, tuck your tail under and stretch your back. Inhale, arching the lower back, lift the chest. And then around the spine, spread the shoulders apart. Inhale again. And then you can sway your body just a little bit to get a nice little stretch. Arch. Checking out to see if your back is tight, and around the spine here. Okay, we're gonna flip over. I'm gonna work on your butt. We're gonna get it to at least contract and hopefully keep your ribs down. Feel the left butt, raise your hips up. Should be pretty comfortable. Lower to hover. And we're going to make sure that your butt is working without overusing your hamstrings and without using your lower back. So we're gonna press that heel into the floor. Good. And we're gonna focus on pressing the hips up to open up and stretch out the hip and thigh. Before we do easy abs, which is coming. Press through that left heel, relax your shoulders, breathing out. Head relaxes into the mat, focusing on that butt muscle here. Straighten out your right leg, lower that hip, and raise the hips high. If you feel like you have any tension in your lower back, don't lift so high or go back to the first variation. You can always go to 2 legs if you find that it gets into your lower back no matter what. Good, breathing in and press through the heel, lift higher, lower to hover. Lift, lift higher, and hover. This should feel really comfortable about now. We're not quite done. Lift, lift higher, stretching out here. 2 more. 1 more time. And if you feel like you can come with me, reach that right leg parallel to the left one, and let's do the last 10. Press through that left heel, relax your head to the floor, and continue. At any time, please take your own breaks. I know it should feel a little fiery at this time. 4 to go. Last 3. 2. Last 1. And drop your hips. Pull the knees into the chest. Give your back a nice release. Give yourself a second before we attack the other side. All right, plant your right leg down, cross your left ankle over your right thigh. Drop your ribs down throughout and raise your hips on up using your right butt this time. Lower to hover. Press through that right heel, lift a little higher and drop. Lift, lift a little higher and lower down. And again, we're stretching the front of that right hip and thigh. And we're working the right butt without over-activating the hamstring, and definitely relaxing the lower back as you continue. All right, 3 to go. Gosh, this is so comfortable. Let's keep going. 1 more time. Lift, lift higher, and reach your left leg to the ceiling. So we're gonna raise the hips a little higher and hover. Keep with me, and keep breathing. And lower hover. So if you start to feel any cramping in the muscle, that's not a good sign. We want to either take a break or go back to the first variation, which is fine, as long as you're moving, right? 5 to go. 4. And if you're tight in the hamstring, make sure to bend the leg that's in the air. Okay, last variation. Hips up higher, and hover. Shoulders open. Abs are at least at attention, not gripping too hard. Definitely should feel warm at this time. 5 to go. 3 to go. 2 and 1. Pull the knees in. Give yourself whatever stretch that serves you. Rocking left to right. Being thankful that you're moving and taking care of your body, stretching it out. Now we're going to work on some easy abs. So they should be easy to find, not necessarily easy to do. So we're going to bring your legs straight up to the sky. Some of you are going to be tight in your hamstrings. You're going to need to bend the knees. If you know that you're tight in your hips or your lower back, they actually work a lot while you're doing abs. You're going to need to either roll your blanket or underneath your hips or roll up your mat to raise your hips up so that your muscles can relax. You're going to knit the ribs together by using your abs and your breath to bring the ribs together and down, and then you're going to reach the right leg towards the floor. At this moment, you should feel very active in the abs. And those of you feeling really comfortable, I'm going to add that you imprint the small of the back into the floor like a little pelvic tilt posterior, and you're going to feel the lower abs engage. So in this position, you're just anchoring the ribs down, you're opening up the chest, and let's switch sides. Breathe in, exhale, feel that imaginary hug around the ribs. It has to be imaginary. We can't hug each other anymore, which is temporary, thankfully. Ribs down, belly cinches around your waist. If your back is arching, you've gone too far lowering the leg. And if it still feels uncomfortable, you may want to just support your right leg by holding it. And then let's switch sides again. We're just going to do 2 more, and then we'll add on. Breathing out, ribs are down, feeling the abdominals cinch around your waistline, making it gently a little bit smaller, not allowing your belly to pooch like that towards the ceiling, but rather you're pulling it down. Center it out, and then relax your left leg towards the floor. And again, if it's uncomfortable, you're starting to feel any lower back tightness instead of just abdominals, then your leg is too low, or support your leg. Coming back up, let's do 1 more. Breathe in, exhale, feel that nice cinching around the ribs, around the belly. Relax your shoulders. Breathing here, feel the imprinting going on, using your lower abs here. Switch sides, breathe in, breathing out, and tuck your tail under. I know you guys want some more, so here we go. Plant your hands behind your head. Try not to grip and hold, but lightly with your fingertips. We're gonna curl up here, and then you're gonna try to get your elbows to touch your thighs. It may not happen, but it's nice to at least attempt it. Curl up, breathing out, and lower down. So what you want to do is find your upper abs to curl toward your thighs, but not to the point where you actually irritate your back and cause it to react and get pissed off. So want to make sure we don't overstretch. So you're working the stomach muscles, relaxing your back at the same time. Good. If you feel like your legs are tired or your hips get tired, you can bend the knees, or you can place them onto the floor for a little break. Let's do 5 more. Good. Breathing out. Feeling, hopefully, a lot of activity in your upper abs, getting you nice and warm. 2 more. 1 last time. Okay, we're going to combine those 2. We're going to curl up and lower the right leg. And again, some of you will place your hand behind that left thigh. And so from here, you're going to reach up to that left leg and then lower halfway down. And 4, you should definitely feel this everywhere in your abdominals. If you feel it in the lower back, you're doing it wrong. So please support your left leg or bring the right leg up. Let's do 3 more. Good. 2 more, making a nice effort to imprint the lower back into the floor by using your lower abs, lifting your tailbone to the ceiling. Lift up the right leg. Breathe in here, and then exhale, curl up, and cinch around the waist. Imprint the small of the back. Down, and then reach. 5. Good. And 4. This is so much fun. 3. 2 more. Maybe, maybe not, I guess. Last one. And breathe here. So we're going to go back to curling up. Trying to touch your elbows to your thighs, but again, we're not trying to irritate the lower back, mid-back. Good. Breathing out. 2 more. Breathing here. Last one. I know you guys want to do it again, so let's do it. We're going to curl up. Right leg reaches. And again, we're going to come up for 5. 5. Reaching back, and 4. Last 3. Please avoid using the lower back. 2, and 1. Switch sides, breathe in, curl up, make sure that the belly is flattening, and you curl. 5, and breathing out. Last 3. 2 more times, and 1. Release. Take a block or a sneaker, whatever you got. Pillow at home, palms are up, knees are up, and we're just gonna stretch out your lower back. You're gonna roll the knees to the right side and look at your fingertips on your left side. Breathe in. And then use your abs and bring the knees back to the center. Roll the knees to the left and relax into the right chest and shoulder. Breathing in. And coming back up. This should feel very nice. Roll the knees to the right side. Relax and open up the chest on your left. And then come back into the center and roll the knees to the left side and breathe into the right rib cage. 2 more times each side. Enjoy this stretch. Breathing here. And use your abs to come back to the center and roll the knees to the left. Try to relax and keep those shoulder blades resting onto the mat. 1 more time. Breathing here. Other side. Let's go 1 last time. Okay. I'm going to take the block out. And then let's go on to all fours again. And so we're going to curl your toes under here. And you're going to plant your fingertips underneath your shoulders. You're going to spread your shoulders apart. And then we're just going to hover the knees an inch off the mat. At the same time, you want to, as you're hovering, you're pulling the belly towards the ceiling so that you're feeling that cinching going around your waistline. around the circumference of your waist like a belt, as if it's tightening and getting a little bit smaller, and drop down. Breathe in. Belly relaxes and fills with air, and then spread your shoulders apart. Breathing out. And drop down. Breathe in. And then again, hovering. We're going to do 2 more, and then we're going to add something, just a little bit of extra fun. 1 more time. Breathe in. Press with your chest, tricep, and shoulders, and your abs help you to hover those knees off of the mat. All right, so we're gonna grab a hold of a block or a sneaker, whatever you got, and don't lose it. Keep it on your hips, and we're gonna hover once again, and you're gonna reach your right leg out, keeping your hips nicely still, and then bend the knee in, and keep your head up, and reach your left leg. Good. Inhale, exhale, reach. Good. And switching. Good. Let's do 3 more. If you have any knee discomfort, you can just continue to do the first variation. 2 more. And if you have any wrist issues, you can get on your elbows, but you'll need to put your elbows a little bit higher up on maybe a block underneath each arm or footstool at home. And then release. Sit back and relax here. Roll the hips from side to side and release into a stretch here. Now we're going to go onto your side for a side plank, focusing on form. You can start with a modified knee bend, pulling the shoulder back, sliding the shoulder down the back, and raising your hips up. It's a little bit not enough padding for me, so I'm going to need to pad that elbow. So at home, if your elbow feels in pain, that's not part of the exercise. So if that variation is comfortable, you can go to the next variation, which is here, or stagger the feet, stack the feet, or hover. So whatever serves you, want to go to that variation. Make sure that in each variation, whatever one you choose, that you're feeling the side butt, the side abs, and your lats. Good. Let's go for another 5 on this side, and 4, only 3 more. Make sure that your shoulder is supported and not feeling it in the front in the shoulder joint. Switching sides, we'll go to the side, and again, you choose bent leg, staggered, stacked, or hover. Lower and lift for 10. And 9, keep your head back in line with your spine. 8, 7. Notice if there's a difference between your left and your right side, your ability to lift high, to feel it in the same muscle groups. It should be spread across the bottom of the body here. And if you didn't catch whether you were better on the left or the right side, you're lucky because we're doing it again. So choose the variation that serves you, and let's go. Lower and lift. If you have trouble with the knee, feeling any discomfort, bend the bottom leg just a hair and continue. And 5. Good. Halfway there. 2 more. Last one. Switch sides. I'm gonna pad it this time. Forgot last time. Okay. Let's go. Lower and lift. Get through this. I know it's really easy, so just stay focused. 5 to go. And 4. Last 3. 2 more. And 1. Release. I'm going to stretch out the back a little bit. Again, going to get onto all fours. And then we're just going to plant your hands down. We'll circle around the wrists. And then you just want to sit back into your heels and rest your forehead as you fill your ribs with air in the back. And then circle around the other side. Good. Relaxing your forehead into the mat, breathe in. And then reverse that circle. It's important to do the stretches along with the strengthening so our body is mobile, flexible, and not just strong. One last time, each direction. And just what you were waiting for, some more easy abs. So again, easy abs are easy to find generally, but lower abs, not so much. People have a lot of trouble finding those lower abs, so let's go look for them. You're gonna bring your palms up beside your head. If your hamstrings are tight, you're softening your knees. If you feel like you know you have tight hips or lower backs that distract your abs from working, then you need to fold up your mat or put a blanket or a towel underneath your hips. So from here, oh, I forgot, grab your block. So you're gonna place your block on your feet. If you don't have a block, grab your sneaker, whatever you can get at the moment. And you're going to present to the ceiling the block. It's not a big lift. It's just a small lower ab contraction. You're gonna posteriorly tilt the pelvis, lift up a little higher and drop down. What you want to avoid is this happening, the head violently coming up. So you want to relax your head and lift up only as much as you can. Keep your head down and relax. So you want to use your lower abs. So the quads and the hip flexors in the front here love to volunteer. And you don't want that. So quiet those hips and relax your lower back. We'll do 5 more and then we'll change the variation here. Shoulders melt into the mat. 4. Nice. Let's go for another 3. It should feel just a nice contraction in those lower abs here. Okay. So grab your sneaker or grab your block. And we're going to curl on up here. And then you're going to paint a circle with both legs. It's a little easier with the head up. And then we're going to reverse. Curl up and then look at your knees and circle the legs. Some of you are going to be very small in your circle. Don't let the back come off of the mat. Keep the back fully imprinted into the floor as you circle, especially when your legs are lowered. We're going to do 1 more with the head up, and then we're going to get that head down, and we're going to focus on the lower abs. Lower the head down. Let's reverse the circle. And remember, the ribs get that hug, your belly cinching around the waist, you're imprinting the small of the back. So if your back arches like that, that's highly illegal. And ribs knit together, cinch around the waist. You want to feel it in your stomach muscles. Of course, you're going to feel some muscle work in the front of your hip and thighs, but I don't want it to take over as the main event. Gosh, I love this exercise. I hope you do too, or at least feel it anyways. Good. Now we're going to add on lifting up the hips at the very end. But again, you want to keep the head down. Cinch around the waist, feel the abdominals, protect your lower back, and reverse. So you may notice that I'm not, when I lift up my legs, swinging my legs or lifting them towards my face. You want to keep the legs over under the belly, over the hips, not closer to your head. Hope you're feeling something. I do. 2 more each side. One last time. Good. I'm going to do a rolling bridge to stretch out those hips in case you had a little tightness here. So we're going to engage your butt muscles. Not a lot of hamstring, although they will fire a little bit, and then definitely not the lower back. You're going to roll down 1 vertebra at a time. Keep your hips tucked under here. Allow the upper ribs to plant first, then the middle back. Very carefully, keep tucking the tailbone under and release the lower back. And then now the pelvis, breathe in, let it go. 2 more times, tuck your tailbone under, press the heels into the mat and stretch your hips. This is a gift. If you don't know me, this is a gift. I'm being nice, giving you a stretch. And then we'll go into kind of our last exercises, or last medley, using lots of ab muscles, hopefully, coordinating everything that you have been working on throughout this nice workout. One last time, breathe in, let the shoulders unfold, tuck your tailbone under, press the heels into the mat, stretch the front of your thighs, breathe in. And then exhale, drop the rib cage, upper ribs land first, middle rib cage, keep the tailbone tucked under, lower, back, and then very last integration is the pelvis. Good. So we're gonna do a little bit of sitting up. We'll start with feet planted. We'll start with that first. Ribs are going to come down. You're going to walk your feet forward to the front edge of your mat. And then I'm going to have you sit on up. Float the arms on up to the ceiling and curl on. If this doesn't serve you and you can't get up, you want to grab a weight at home. So if you have a medicine ball or a 10-pound weight or an 8-pound weight, grab it and hold it in between your hands. And it helps to assist you if you have to kind of swing up instead of articulate up and use your abs. The weight will help support your back. And drop your shoulders and roll down 1 vertebra at a time. So some of you are just dying for more. You're going to place 1 leg up. Keep your knee from shooting forward and lift up. And then we're going to do 2 legs next time. Only come to the next variation if you feel solid and supported with your muscles before coming back up and rolling down. If you have tight hips and tight lower backs, don't try this one. It'll probably strain them. So coming on up. And then squeeze the inner thighs. Use those lower abs to roll down. So close, 5 to go. Try to relax your lower back. You can always support yourself by pushing your knees into your hands and using your arms as support. You can always plant your feet back onto the ground, whatever serves you. We got 2 more, let's go. Breathing out. Stretch. One small, one left, let's go. Get up, do it, hold, and slowly feel that imaginary hug around the ribs. Slowly control it, control it, control it. And then pull the left knee into your chest. Arms go out to the sides. And great job. Here we go. Stretching out your back. Stretching out your chest. Inner thigh, maybe. Outer thigh here. Relaxing into nice gentle rotation of the spine. Okay, we're gonna switch sides. So close, we're almost done. Stay with me. And you're just gonna relax and get the reward at the end of a nice workout. And then open up the chest. Notice if one side is tighter than the other. Hip stretching, chest and shoulder, back, inner thigh. One last time. Hopefully you're feeling good. We're done. We're gonna flip over to all fours, curl the toes under, walk your hands to your toes, and just forward fold. Softening your knees, softening your elbows, breathe into your back body, and then just rest forward. Slowly bend the knees, use the strength of your legs and your postural muscles to come on up. And you guys just finished class. Thank you for joining me today, and I hope you guys stay safe. Take care. Bye.